What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Well, look at this. We are now at 5,000 hard mode kills, and I've been getting so many people asking me to talk about this whole situation. Alright, so if you guys don't know what I'm referring to, the Korean player base apparently has reached out to Netmarble yet again through the forums and complained that 7,000 kills is just way too high because clearly we're taking quite a bit of time to complete this. Now, this is actually an interesting topic to me because when I saw the number 7,000, there's two things that came to my mind. Number one, hey, a lot more people are going to get an opportunity to get these exclusive rewards, and that's a good thing, right? Because the more inclusivity you have, the less you separate the player base. The problem now is, of course, being in this situation where I have not personally cleared it on my free-to-play, there's not enough whales out there who know what they're doing or have the skills or are mature enough players in a gacha atmosphere to finish 7,000. So this has become an interesting situation where, like, I think their want to make something good happen ended up backfiring. And I can see this happening now that when Thomas comes out, or at least, you know, close to maybe after Thomas comes out, we may see a hard mode nerf. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this and the reason why I'm bringing it up is many players have reached out and said, hey, Payne, what do you think about the 7,000? Again, I thought it was a great idea in the beginning. I did. I thought, you know what? There's no way 7,000 people out of millions of players would not be able to finish hard mode. But here we are in that situation right now where many players are still not able to finish hard mode. So what's the main issue here? It's mostly revolving around combat power. Now, I think many folks who have been trying hard mode are also neglecting a few different things. I'm going to show you guys real quick my battle power in my free-to-play. I'm at 875. Now, you guys know that Baron is 950, right? So no matter what I do on my free-to-play account, currently with my setup, I don't have a chance. I'm just way too below the power scale, right? Even if I pushed all my cores to 100%, I think the most I could probably get is 899-ish, maybe 900. And that'll be doable for, you know, some people, right? And like, if you look here on my, where is this? Is this hard mode right now? Yeah, this is my hard mode, right? I'm able to finish this with no blessings, right? And that's another thing too. This is 900. So my units are 832. So I could technically get the blessings here and finish Kaisel, but the problem is when I go all the way up to Baron, I just won't have the power to do it. Right? So this is going to be a problem. So is 7,000 too much? Quite honestly, in hindsight, yeah, it kind of is. I think 5,000 would have been perfect because at this point right now, they would have been distributing out the rewards to the 5,000 people. So I think Netmarble, as generous as they want it to be, and maybe as much as they thought it was doable, it kind of looks like it's not as doable as we originally thought. So this is where it kind of becomes a dilemma, right? Because they initially gave out the first batch of content with him, and it was a 2 flame thing. So if you guys don't know what the flames are, it's difficulty. In this case, difficulty became how fast can you kill the break bar. When you take a flame away, the break bar is broken faster, right? So they technically nerfed it, and I think they nerfed it before the 3,000 mark. I could be wrong, but right? And so I think a lot of people who have completed it are also a little bit upset because it diminishes their efforts of being the top 3,000 at a higher difficulty, especially if somebody who now is part of the 3,000 just got the rewards at a lower difficulty level than they did, right? And I think that's semi-understandable. I understand that, and I think that's something that Netmarble needs to revisit. Perhaps there should have been 3 tiers of rewards, where it should have been like the first 1,500, then 3,000, then hell, make it 4 tiers, then 5,000. And then 7,000. Now, of course, that means more skins, obviously, to give out. But hey, maybe skins aren't the thing you give out. Maybe top 1,500, top 3,000 get the exclusive skins with some adjustments, right? Like, so for example, we know one of the skins is the red arm, the 3,000 one without the mask. Maybe put the red arm with the mask, and then option to remove it or make it a different color, right? Give it a different chroma, for example. And I think the 3,000 would have been cool for the 7,000 one, and then the 5,000 should have been maybe no skin, right? Maybe just more rewards. Just give them rewards, like the same rewards the 3,000 and the 1,500 get minus the skin, and then the 7,000 of course will also get minus the skin. Maybe do like you know, the border and the profile pic. I think that's enough. So and I understand the frustration here, because a lot of whales, like even myself, I think I'm top 20, top 30. I'd be surprised if I'm anything below that on killing Baron when he first came out on hard mode. Like, I don't personally care, because to me this is, I mean, it's a collector's game. I could care less. PvE, like, who cares, right? At the end of the day, I just want the community to thrive. But I do understand for more competitive players where their dilemma stands in this. So I think it's interesting to hear the Korean player base complain about this, because I thought for sure this was a positive step in the right direction, but clearly it's actually not. People are more upset about this than they are happy about this. So what do? Do we revert back to the first 3,000, then you get the rewards? That might actually be the good solution. Although I think my solution personally is much better, and the option, I think, to allow people to have the ability to get themselves certain rewards based on the milestones. Make them 4 different categories. I mean, you obviously have the powers to do this. I think the first 1,500 for sure definitely deserve everything, right? They definitely deserve everything. For me, like, I'd be remiss to be like, you have to thank the whales. You have to give them something to say, hey, you know what? If it wasn't for you guys, none of us would have got these rewards, right? Because the moment we hit the first 3,000, everybody got some rewards for it, and it was pretty damn good. So I think Netmarble needs to revisit this a little bit. Normal mode, I'm still killing super fast. It's not even a joke anymore. Or, I mean, it's not even hard anymore. And the good thing is with this mode specifically, I'm seeing like so many good drops. Like, I'm seeing insane amount of drops. Like, legendaries are still dropping. So you know how back in the day we had Vulcan, which was a problem, and a lot of us noticed when Vulcan hard mode came out, normal wasn't dropping almost any legendaries. I personally don't have that problem here. I actually get a lot of legendaries from normal Baron. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's RNG, because that was simply the case with Vulcan as well. There was some, you know, there was definitely some. I feel like there was some manipulation, but overall, you're still able to get legendaries. But here with Baron, I'm finding that it's way easier to continue getting them. So like, I don't mind the way they've handled in terms of hard mode. Like, it's definitely not as hard, quote unquote, as Baron was when he first came out, but that's also because we had less skills to work with, right? And that's a big thing to remember. Our skills now versus our skills then, in terms of like what SJW has access to and what our hunters now have access to in terms of gear, is night and day difference. So like, we can't really expect the same level of difficulty here as we did there, because clearly it's much more lucrative to be a player now because of everything that we have offered, especially for SJW fights, because of obviously magnifying slashes, you know, having dark and wind versus just one element before hard mode came out last time. So there's so much here that is being offered. I think they did a great job with the release of Baron hard mode with 2 elements, or even just in general hard mode Baron in general, because having 2 elements was super smart. It makes it a lot more friendly. I think the biggest issue is the fact that they thought it was much easier than it was going to be, and that's obviously caused, you know, obviously some problems in completion and getting the reward. So yeah, I think was it a big issue? Not really. I wouldn't say a big issue, but it definitely is causing problems. You guys can tell obviously that we have not been able to complete it, and because it's taking so long now, people are standing by waiting for rewards and wondering, when is this going to happen? So really, Netmarble, I think next time, 1,500, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000. Keep the 7,000 number. It's not a bad deal. But I think also give out the rewards as people get them. That way, not everyone's waiting for their skin and everything they feel like they've earned because, you know, they were one of the elite 1,500 to finish it. So highly do recommend reconsidering the distribution of rewards as well. I think making people wait, you know, with so many different, with only 2 tiers is crazy. So yeah, once the first 1,500 hit, give them the rewards. Let them show off the skins. That'll motivate people even more next time to do even better, right? And I think that's the way to approach this. Anyways, guys, I just want to talk about this because a lot of people were reaching out to me, asking me for my opinion. 4 tiers. Give out the rewards as soon as the people hit their tiers. Let them show it off ahead of time so people can be motivated to push even harder, to be like, yo, I need to get to the next tier for sure so I don't miss out the skin. Now it's just like everyone's waiting. Everyone's waiting. Just give out those rewards now and let us get it through. Anyways, I want to talk about this because I know a lot of people were asking me to you know, touch upon the subject, and there's my opinion on it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.